a little clip in the group chat, and I was like, people don't see because they don't understand what defense is. Defense is more than catching a punch or slipping. So if I frame you, that's actually a defensive move because both your gloves are pinned. If I throw my jab out and I keep your jab pinned, that's defense. If I lock you, if I do head control, that's defense. So people don't talk about that because number one, they don't know what they're looking at. And number two, the boxing world, it always has super duper biases, always has, always will.
Yep. I got the list pulled up. That's some good breakdown.
Yeah, I would say going back to the list, I
I
think
was gonna go through 25 through 1. I was gonna start at 25.
Hold
okay.
on.
Oh, go ahead,
How
though,
many
go ahead.
groups they put on there?
They put
You said
How
what?
many
25
How many groups were on the list?
50. So 50, number 50 is MOP.
We got 50 rap groups to talk about.
No, they got what's the name on there? They literally got the City Girls at number 48.
What is we
Get the
talking
strap.
about, man? What?
Get the strap.
Man, I'm just going. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at just top 25 down, and from the ones that are like, I really think they did a good representation of, I would say the top, that top 10, top 11. Like I said, the Migos being 11 to me, I just think was respectful. It's a newer group, but they not even newer. We got to think now. This is year 10 of them. Versace came out 2013.
Yeah.
So
Where
I think the
where did they have
longevity.
EPMD?
Oh yeah, 26.
Yeah, they had them low.
No, wait.
Look at,
No, EPMD was 26. Oh, you said run.
yeah, they had
It's
EPMD.
at 25.
25 groups greater than EPMD.
So they got 25. They got the Hot Boys, Juvenile. and
That's not
13.
a group. That's not
I
even a
don't think they
group.
really know what a group is. It's like
What did
Mobb
they
Deep
put
is
the
a
firm
group.
on there?
You said what?
The firm make it?
The firm. Let me see. See, I ain't go
They,
there. I just went straight
heck,
down. They
they
got my
might as
boy
well
Fresh
put
Prince and DJ
man.
Jeff on here. I like them.
They might as well put Rock La Familia on there. I mean, what they? I'm
Yeah, Hot
confused.
Boys. That's a record label basically. I mean, it's a group, but it's technically.
Did Dipset make it?
Yeah, they number 24. The Diplomats.
I think that respectful. I think it's respectful.
Yeah. I ain't got no issues with that. I'm just weirded out that they got 25 more EPD.
I'm trying to see who 23.
Go. Let's just do 10 through 1 because I really think the top 10 was great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to number 10. Sugar Hill Gang. They got the Locks 22, by the way. They might have to do another verses.
They got Sugar Hill Gang on there?
Yeah. I can't. I think they in the 30s.
We only know one song.
Yeah. They did a pioneer bias. But
right.
You got, what was 10?
Number 10 was The Roots. So thought.
Kind of.
That's not a rap group.
Right. There's only one MC.
I'm confused. What? So, have you heard any bars from Questlove?
No.
Right. So, hold on. Wait.
Because of the
before I get way out of pocket, is Gangstar on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Gangstar on there, I gotta say I gotta say The Roots gotta be on there because Eric B don't rap either.
Yeah, the fact that they had Eric B and Rakim, like, it's really just Rakim and a DJ, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's not a rap group.
Like De La Soul, that's a group. De La Soul is a group.
And you said Jazzy Jeff.
Yep, they on there. They 27. That DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
That's a group.
I guess
Billboard just need. They don't like. But they just. Number 9 was De La Soul. My bad. So Roots 10, De La Soul 9. I do 2 at a time.
I think that's respectable.
Yeah, I like that. Then number 8.
Let's
see. There we go. Number 8 is Salt and Pepper.
I think that's respectful. Too high though, but kind of like how Nicki got a top 10 spot. You couldn't have no list and not have a woman in the top 10. So
somebody,
you get what I'm saying?
And if somebody was gonna make it,
it was definitely.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be them. Yeah. So Eric B and Rakim at 7. It's only one rapper, but whatever. Number 6 is Public Enemy, which is I mean, I like Chuck D. I'm a Chuck D. I like Chuck D. So
Their
That's fair.
albums was banging, but yeah, I guess they gonna call Flavor Flav the other MC, or it don't
that's
matter.
what I'm saying. Like when I be
What
seeing
did
Chuck D spitting
Professor
bars,
Griff
but
do?
nobody else really be spitting like that.
Then Professor Griff rap?
I ain't never heard him. Yeah, I know he marched on the stage and stuff like that.
Yeah. And they was on some other stuff.
Yeah, they
But
Yeah,
some idiots, but they was
they had
dope though,
real
bro.
guns at their concerts, dog.
I think what it
Crazy,
is
dog.
yeah, I think just bringing it together though, the names we're mentioning and the names we're about to mention, these are people that are really, you can't, I would say, be fair, tell the story of hip hop without these
Right,
guys.
right.
Even
So I get it. Yeah.
even though it's young and it's 50 years, like they made an impact. Like the fact that their names still being brought up when you have to mention groups, that's dope. But
Like
Public Enemy, and Chuck D, the wisdom and just the type of, I would say
Well, they
uh
got two classic albums
they
yeah,
do.
as
the
far as
respectability,
historically,
They do.
yeah,
so
the
that matters. But
respectability they brought in
I
hip hop
still be
was dope.
confused on what they mean by rap group,
Yeah,
or do it just say
Yeah.
group?
yeah,
The
because I'm
best, I would
sure.
say best rap groups
Yeah,
Okay,
did
in
they
hip
have
hop all time.
Arrested Development on there? Did they make the list?
Who?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development,
I think
Mr.
so. They
Window.
see I skimmed through. I went through 50 through 26 real fast, so I'm gonna go
No,
back and look. But
are you good? But nah. So who's five?
Run DMC.
Fair,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be a lot of these groups
iconic,
without them for real.
iconic.
Actually, I like the top four because they got Tribe Called Quest at
That's
4, so that's
where I
Mm-hmm.
get
tipping them.
pissed off because I really think, and I don't look, the names that they're about to mention are great names, but I just look at the quality, the catalog, the music. Like them guys put out some dope projects, man. And and now this is really defines when you're talking about group. And then they had two guys that were just quality
Yes,
MCs, man.
right.
And even
That's what I
being
be
Snipe
in the,
thinking of.
Dogg,
and it
Snipe
is
Dogg, and
dope.
Q-Tip. Yeah.
And those groups are mentioned well, the native
Mm-hmm.
tongues. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got De La Soul and the Tribe Called Quest in the top 10, from the collabs,
Yeah.
even to the stuff they did
Right.
with Wizards of
That's
the
what I think of
Coast.
when I think of a group. Those two groups. I think that's a group, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like good music. Like I say, man, Q-Tip produced some of their stuff, man. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You even look at De La Soul and the things they did, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just dope. So like I said, I have them personally number 2 or 1, but I say 2 because the guys that you mentioned are top tier to me.
Yeah, the
But
top 5, I had no problem with.
yeah, I can't.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Like to be honest, man, you could have put any of them at 1, and I'd have been
For real.
like, I see you. I see. Hey, I can't. Cause I'm not about to argue against you. But yeah, that's dope. 3.
3 is NWA.
So
Out of Compton. Yeah.
I put it like this: they were. No, I'm not gonna disrespect them. I just say it's a preference. I will say when
Wait.
it comes to
They got the
a
NWA
Tribe Called
picture.
Quest. Huh?
Troy Deon. The picture they used for NWA is no Ice Cube. It's Dr. Dre. I think that's MC Ren, Easy E, and they got Too Short. It's like, so Ice Cube, the leader of the group, is not in the picture. Like, that's stupid.
First of all, that's the stupid stuff that these magazines do because they're not us, right? So
Oh, you know what? And
like,
he just said F Billboard too, didn't he? Oh, he
right.
did. Remember he said they don't know nothing about hip hop, so
Right.
they took a shot back at that nigga.
They don't, and guess what? You listen.
Here, bro.
He wrote most of that stuff on NWA first.
Exactly,
album.
like he is.
He wrote
There you go.
Eazy-E's album.
They got Too Short in there.
Yeah.
But hey, hold on, wait. You know who that is right there, right? Go back.
Yeah, who was this
Right
here?
there. The comedian that say TK Kirkland. They always be saying he was everywhere.
Wow.
They got him. Easy E, I get it. Dr. Dre,
that
get
is
it. But then
TK
they got
Kirkland.
Too Short though. They got Too Short on here, dog.
Wow, that is TK Kirkland.
Yeah, they trying to take a shot back at Ice Cube, dog. They didn't put him in the picture. Like, he the best person from the group.
But
that's when I go to then I say for my judgment, bars is always the tiebreaker. And if you want to say Ice Cube and DOC for the time he was there are gonna overpower, you know what I'm saying, Q-Tip and Phife Dawg, hey, more power to you. But I just think those guys brought more quality when you look at over their catalogs. than to
Yeah,
what
what NWA
Fed
only
U
got
was
one
able to
classic
do to
album.
them. You said
Let's
what?
keep it real. NWA only got one classic album.
Yeah.
You got,
And
yes.
look at A Tribe Called Quest catalog. Like, literally, the first 3 projects are solid.
Yeah.
Like,
getting
man, Bonita Applebum, man, look how many times that's been said in rap. Look how iconic it is. It's been in all walks of life. People know about that. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then you even go to, oh my gosh, Electric Relaxation, bro. Those are
Like you
classic
said, the music can't be
tracks.
touched. Them
So
and
they were
Outkast make the best music to me out of the groups. The best
they were
sonic.
sampling jazz. They
Thank
were
you.
sampling jazz.
Jazz, we got it, bro. That's why I'm like, I'll always have like a moment of the time of the year when I get deep into these guys' music. Pause. Wow. 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 The spirit of Trevor is next to me at the
Right, I'm
camp.
about to say, what Trevor?
Well, I guess when I start going down that well, start going down that what is it called? You know, that journey of their music.
The rabbit hole.
Yes, that rabbit hole. That's why I couldn't get it. I start going down that rabbit hole. I appreciate the jazz. I really appreciate the musicality, man. Like, it is smooth.
Well,
It is calm.
y'all ever saw when they were talking about how the DJs used to go to the record stores and hide their records because they didn't want nobody to know how they were sampling and all that? Like, that's what they were doing back then. And they used to do pause tapes where they had to record, pause, record. Like, they had to do a lot of stuff. It was difficult. It took a lot of skill for them to do them beats. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like I say, like, you just have an appreciation of it. And I'm like, I just take that and I put it up against what NWA had. And I'm like, okay, if you saying that and MWA gets to claim Cube's catalog, I can understand it. But if you going from just what these groups put out and then what compared to each other, like, because you can't even really, to be honest, groups, you have to look at it like that. Look at the catalog they put in. Because a rapper, put out. Because sometimes rappers are subjective. And you could go with, hey, I went with the bars more than the music and the beat. You get what I'm saying? Not to go down the rabbit hole of Jay-Z, Nas, but some people prefer J Production. And some people prefer how Nas is technically really rapping his ass off. You get what I'm saying? And even the things he's doing. Look at the beats he had. He didn't have the high-class lifestyle. But even you look at the production from Illmatic, it's just as good as the production from Reasonable Doubt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just going back to, you can go down that, oh, well, I like this, his bars, this, that. No, what did these groups put out? And is what they put out better than what, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if I,
that's all I want to know.
Yeah, like, I can't be like, all right, bro, G Unit is better than De La Soul. All right, cool. G Unit got some songs, but what does their catalog have compared to that?
Yep.
They had a lot of beefs in their own.
I think, and then too, I would say, like, not longevity as of who can sell today, but I would say also longevity too, and how your music has aged counts too. Because look at these guys that we're about to name.
That and low key, we were just talking about what's crazy is we were just talking about the kind of like, oh, we don't really, you had to have a female group in there. But if you play Salt and Pepper Hits right now at a random spot, somebody hopping up. Somebody.
What other songs they got? They got.
And see, that's what I said though. The longevity, how you age, how your music progresses. Literally, beginning of this year, I would say it was around February or March. I went to my my wife's friend, a party of hers, and the chick's a little older, but when they played Salt and Pepper, man, like it just hit like the whole crowd. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna go anywhere. Like, I probably heard it at some weddings and some birthdays and some mixes, and it ain't like nobody left the floor when that music came on.
Yeah.
When that song came on.
Over
Push It is, man, that's
over
iconic.
I'm sorry.
Push It is iconic, and I think too, while the groups were mentioning too, man. Look, I know a lot of it we could say it was in the beginning, but just really look how iconic it was. You get what I'm saying? Look at the fashion, the style. Like, hip hop was still new.
Yeah.
By that time they came out, what, it may be only been 9 and 10 years in. You get
Yeah. They were
what I'm
young. I was
saying?
in early
Yeah.
elementary when they came out.
Thank you. So, example, and I don't want to go down the basketball rabbit hole. We're gonna get right back to music. But look at, since we've been watching basketball, right? Look at some players that came out when we were alive or even in the 80s. Within the time frame, we know some people from our era and some eras after that have moved up that list based on what they done. Meaning we've seen Bron crack some lists, KD, Steph, but these guys have hell of a careers to get that respect. Look at how many groups have come out since the beginning of hip hop, and they haven't been able to top that era. And it just speaks to the quality and the newness and just the impact they had. They got that quote what Bow Wow was saying about today's music, and he was really spot on. It is trash. Everyone is trying to sound the same. And he said no one is putting out quality. You can tell when people care about and passionate about what they do. They're going to do everything to be good at it. They're going to cherish it, and they're going to excel at it. It's no different than me with my job. I'm looking at continuous education improvement, continuing improvement. You get what I'm saying? Looking at taking classes, taking leadership modules. That's how you get good at something. I'm not seeing that with today's music. It's a laziness. And if you look at what happened in the 80s and even with our time when we were alive, people were just very passionate and was just really inspired. Can't even tell if these people inspired. Like, even if you're making funny songs like Will Jankovic, cool. But a chick that come out with a song like Pound Town, whether you're trying to be funny or not, it's no creativity. It's just let me say some ignorant stuff that's going to stick, and let me just go viral that way.
It be streaming like
It's
crazy.
cartoonish, this stuff it's cartoonish.
See,
stuff we're
see, the funny stuff back then was like Biz Markie. That was his lane. And
we tolerate it.
Right.
Cool.
But it wasn't like,
I love that song.
Yeah. And like, I don't even know the song that you're talking about, but
no, I'm just saying, like, it's very terrible, but like it go viral with dumb stuff, and then what happens is.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. I'm gonna tell you the first time I started seeing this when Waka Flocka was cracking, and then he would do interviews, and then they would talk about, well, people, saying that you're not, as lyrical as this guy. He was like, so what? Who care about that? Who care about putting it, like, they literally would say this, and then the fans was like, yeah, F y'all just hate me. And then it was like, oh, the standard is lower. We ain't got to do that. Now, then the next thing, they made 8 rock star songs in a row. When Roscoe Dash and them guys was hot, it was 8 different niggas made a rock star song, and all of them.
Wait, Post Malone. Wait, that's the same song. I think it's Post Malone's Travis Scott, right?
No.
I don't
talking
know.
about Travis Porter. Remember, he talking about like when Travis Porter and them blew up with with Roscoe Dash.
Right. Okay.
And I hate it because like those dudes, it's funny. A lot of people jocked their style and got more famous than them.
Yep.
And these guys were
free internet.
They were actually good at it. Like Adam, what's his name? His music is not good for no one. Yeah, I'm just listening to all this music. No, it's not good. It's effing terrible.
The only way I listen to like the dude like basically somebody tell me like, hey, like listen to this. If it's somebody that's like 35 and they be like, hey, I like this new cat, I listen to it. But if it's somebody 12-year-old, I'm sorry, I can't.
My bad. I ended up reading that comment. That's why I didn't finish my thought.
No, go ahead, bro.
But going back to Travis Porter, they were different and it was good. Like I remember like 2010, like 2011, really toward the end of my last year in college was 2012. And I just remember when Make It Rain came on. I remember when what was that? The Bring It Back, the twerking song. You get what I'm saying? All the way turned up, like it was all different. It was the same. And somebody like Adam 22 like did an interview with him, I think like 2 years ago. And he gave him the best comparison. He was like, y'all were kind of like a earlier version of the Migos. And to be honest, like, and I like the Migos. I hold them in regard. I know they're not how Cuz lives, but like I can appreciate the growth and what they've done for music. These guys were really like, I would say, had the potential to be better because like the Migos sometimes, I think those guys can make music, but sometimes they do get weird with the noises and the melodic stuff. And you can like, it'll make me tune them out.
Yeah.
But I think these guys kind of had like, it's weird. You said Rockstar songs. It was kind of like a tweener of like rap and rock. But I would say, or you get what I'm saying? But it was his own sound. And you can tolerate those guys doing it because they're going to do it at a high level than 6 niggas trying to do a weak impression of it just to get some spins.
They, because I remember, and I actually liked the first couple that I heard. The first 2 maybe. When I was like, everybody finna do this. Like they went from I'm a rock star, baby, and then it was like they just all of the songs was talking. Oh, I'm sorry. Then they went to swag surfing, and I heard like 8 swag surfing songs, and I was like, first of all, y'all redoing rock stars, making it swag surfing, and then y'all flipping the beat and doing the same thing.
It really kind of started in 07. I would say like really like 05, 06, 07. And I would say it because like the problem is the South started hitting real good, man. Like you got to think that we got to get back to the the list. That's what we was talking about. But just look at the run the South had. Like really after Hov retired, like we got Kanye, but you're still in the midst of Wayne, T.I., Jeezy, Ludacris, and they're at a high level, man. Like, so you see
and
that
then
music.
He bought MJG, snuck back in with a modern album at that time.
Yes, everything is hitting. And so on top of that, even the stuff that's coming up in the clubs that's next is starting to take off because everyone wants that soft sound. So DJ does do Walk It Out, and we let it come in hip hop. We didn't care; it was cool because we still getting a balance. You can let DJ when you just said we mentioned the 4 niggas just from the South that was doing it and holding it down, and you still got your hint of Jay when he comes out and play, Nas when he comes out, Eminem's dropping music, 50 is still in the midst of his run. Ja Rule is at the end of his. You get what I'm saying? All this music is out to balance out this bullshit, so-called bullshit. So then it goes from that to who next catches up. The what's them niggas? Party Like a Rock Star. I remember that come out. That was my senior year of high school. I'm 18 when that's out. You got Party Like a Rock Star taking off. Then what happens? Soldier takes off. Soldier Boy takes off. And he took off. Like, I remember my cousin told me.
I used to listen to that every day.
I ain't gonna lie. I looked at all the YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie.
I remember my cousin told me it was in June. He was like, man, this gonna be the song that take off. Man, YouTube hit. Everybody was, what's that? Man, we was at my grandmother's 80th birthday. Oh, no, she was like 78, I think, for that birthday. And we all doing the Soldier Boy, Superman, jumping to the side.
But it was dope because he was a kid making a song for kids.
And it was, thank you.
Yes.
It was a kid, and that was new. So it's innovative. So we're going to see where this journey is going. So
I ain't have a problem with Soldier Boy only because he wasn't.
Nah.
He wasn't saying he the best rapper alive. He wasn't saying none of that. He was just having fun, making
even the Kiss Me Through the Phone was weird, but you get what I'm saying. But it was its own music, bro.
So
what's
the other song? Pretty Boy Swag. That song was cold too. I ain't gonna lie.
But you say though, like your children
making
this music. But he's like 17.
He a legend in his own right, dog.
He's 17, 18 making this music. So, like I say, it goes from that to then everybody, I say it was a mix of that music becoming popular And then when everybody just wanted to start doing auto-tune, that's when everybody say, let's just do what's popular
Yeah, when
and
T-Pain did it, I
whatever's
was
going to
cool
get
with it,
these
but
sales. Because you got to
Right.
think, and I don't want to make it too weird, but let's be real. What's happening around this time, too? Recession's hitting. A lot of people not buying music like it used to because people not buying CDs. Now people can steal your music off Walmart. So what was also popping in? The number of ringtones you were selling.
yeah.
So now it's like, can I make music that's going to be ringtone music? You get what I'm saying? And now it then transitioned to, all right, what's going to make a playlist and get me spins music?
Who was
I'm on
that sold a lot of, I'm sorry, a ringtone? I think it was Flip, that Game Over. Flip, that just sold so many records, so many ringtones, bro.
Flip, Jeezy, what's that other dude name? He still be on TV, but I ain't heard him rap in a bunch of years. No, he from Atlanta. Little Scrappy.
Oh, yeah.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
Right, so listen to Scrappy too. I don't mind the video.
I think they said
Soulja
Soulja Boy might have did like 1 million. And it's weird because like
Mims.
Oh yeah, this is why I'm hot.
Oh, you know he did.
And then even look back then, bro. Like my brother did that stupid stuff when he texted the number on the TV and paid like $6 for some ringtones. Text this and you would get these ringtones.
For real.
I'm gonna laugh at him because his whole in love self bought the Akon. Nobody wanted to see us together.
He got to do it.
Hey, dog. But I'm just saying. So going back to that, music has got so watered down. That's why those groups from the 80s was able to still stand the test of time and outdo that. And that's why you're seeing a lot of people from back then represented Will in that top 10. Like the fact that
if you could still move and you had hits from there, you could tour right now.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Thanks, bro.
But
you telling me, right, Run DMC, right? You telling me Run DMC can't pack out a stadium? Like, come on, bro. Like, Run DMC, bro.
I'll put it like this. They might not be able to do it, but if you did a set,
no, I think they could. Not a stadium, but I just mean they could sell out.
It's 20-year-olds having like 1980s, 1990s parties going crazy, having fun.
Because go on the college campus and throw on BBD Poison.
Bro, I was in college now going on 11 years ago when I was in college. And that music was about 20 years old then. No, about 30 years old then, because they was out in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I was in college 2010. It still hits, man.
It
was still going crazy. Never trust a big button to smile, man. Everybody knows that lyric.
Yes.
It's good music. It's making you dance. You having fun.
Yep.
You can play it at damn near any function. And you can't do that with today's music. Look, I'm like now, I had to force myself to go back and listen to Drake's Her Loss. I appreciate the album, but it's not that type of music, even with his earlier stuff, like it's sticking with me and making me want to play it. Like,
and nothing ain't gonna stick to you like Over My Dead Body.
Yeah, like when I hear Take Care and when I listen to If You Reading It, It's Too Late, I have to play those albums because that has songs on there that means a lot to me. It's kind of hard to find these songs now with his Drake. Like, it's more so like, and I won't say I want to move the goalpost, but I'm finding myself being more so cool with like how he's doing it. Okay, you're doing different flows. This is a different type beat. I'm liking the, I would say the showmanship and the I would say
I'm trying to get Gerald in.
His ability that he's showing. I think I'm more so like that. Kind of like watching Bron now. Like, I know this isn't the best Bron, but the fact that you just dropped 40 points at 38 years old is insane. The fact that they're depending on you in the playoffs. Like, dude had 30 points in the first half. They lost that game, but that shit is amazing to watch. And that's what I'm seeing with Drake music, but it's not like, damn, when I see Miami LeBron, that shit jump off. I'm damn near watching them highlights every time I come across it on a
Me too.
Hey,
yeah, I be seeing like, let me watch this. I ain't taking this in a minute. 45 points against Boston.
And just connecting those dots before we get back to the groups, that's what that LeBron James comparison is what makes Nas King's Disease run more crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you don't do that run. Your first album came out in the early '90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I know people. I know people be saying like, "Oh no, it's too late for him to pass TV." It's like, bro, like, nigga, Nas is already just as good as him, bro. Like, stop. Like,
Man,
I just
look,
don't understand.
Nas is still so good that the people bullied 21 Savage into doing a song with him, man.
They was like,
Right? You think right? That's legendary. Like, you disrespect Nas, like, yeah, bro. Like,
You know?
but that's what people don't understand. Words have meanings.
mm-hmm.
But what was the next? What was number 4?
Oh, 4 was
No, that was 3. We on
3
2.
was
4 was
not
the
NWA.
Tribe
2
Called
was Wu
Quest.
Tang. 2 was the Wu Tang Clan.
I get it. That's all I say. I get it. But like I say, I just go to a Tribe Called Quest. I like what they put out, but Wu-Tang is iconic.
I ain't gonna lie. I listen to Wu Tang way more, but I like the.
I'm
I
just
like
saying
the
me.
New York. I like
What
the
I listen to.
lyrical.
For a lot of people, Wu-Tang probably is higher, and they do probably play them more than a Tribe Called Quest. Look, you damn near you can't even claim their individual catalogs, but just look at the top tier, the top the quality
Let
of
me see.
rapper that Method Man is, Redman is,
Yeah,
Riz,
but not Redman.
you get what I'm
Ghostface.
saying? Ghostface, Raekwon, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, that is insane.
And
What
we ain't
they
even talking
did
about
on their
Inspector
own.
Deck and RZA.
Yeah,
Like,
what they did, and RZA, the producer, he's with writing movies.
I'm not RZA. Jizza. I meant Jizza. My bad.
You
man,
get what I'm saying?
them boys was
ODB, bro.
them boys. They wave was crazy.
No, ODB is crazy. So my thing is
Ice
this.
Cream.
Look,
Stupid.
if you put them 1 or you put them 2, I can't say, bro, F you, man. No. Everything we just named makes them worthy of where they're at.
Now,
So, like
what?
I said, I get it.
The fact
What'd you say?
that you got a Tribe Called Quest,
Mm-hmm.
you got Wu-Tang, you have Outkast, like that should be the criteria to be called a group. The Roots,
Yeah.
A.B. and Rakim, Jazzy Jeff, and Fresh Prince. Like, that's not a rap group, dude. Those are partners. That's not a rap group.
Much as I like, y'all know I love 50, but I don't think G-Unit is really like a group. I think it's like a label.
Watch this.
A collective artist.
Y'all ready?
They did release an album, though.
You've heard Puffy on Biggie album more than you heard Eric B on Rakim album.
Right.
So why we can't say Puffy and Biggie?
Like, yeah, I never
don't make no sense.
I think the problem is because the Roots came out as the Roots and not Black Thought or even Black Thought in the Roots. I think because it's been positioned that way, they want to get those guys there.
It's 100 niggas in the group in the Roots, and we all know 2 of them.
No, I know
the drummer and the rapper.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I think they just want to give those guys their credit because that's how they've been promoted. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need to promote them as the only rap band in history.
And thank you. And I think like
so
you really want to call them a band,
right?
But then they're gonna be like, we excluded them because there's no other bands that you can really compare.
Well, that means you the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and I will just say that, not to give no one a participation trophy, it just shows how good that Black Thought is.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? His ability alone is getting them mentioned with, like I said, Salt and Pepper. Now even going up to the point you're mentioning a Tribe Called Quest, NWA, and now Wu-Tang. And that's only off his ability. If they got somebody that's just even a tier lower than him, like let's be real.
Well, him and Beans was in the group together when they were little.
What if he had Benny Siegel in the Roots? Like,
but
come on.
But I'm just saying this, like something as simple as this is how good Black Thought is. Even if you did something like replacing him with, I think, Mos Def, I think that takes away from what that group is doing.
Yeah.
And Mos Def is amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
They needed Black Thought to be as good as he was and superior as he is as an MC, to really bring that, really that makes the music what it is. It's that
get tired of
rawness
the
and the
I'm sorry, go
cleanliness
ahead, bro.
too. It's weird I say raw and cleanliness because like you get in the bars that Black Thought gives, and it's like, man, this dude is really saying something. And it's like it's hard to even appreciate what's coming
Yeah,
next.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, like you said, Most Def. When I heard Most Def, like he's a dope rapper. When I heard Black Thought, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I'm like, what the? And he actually said talking about something. He ain't just slipping nothing against him.
Thank you, man.
He
Like,
ain't just flipping a bunch of words. It actually makes sense,
but
bro.
like
Like,
I say, man, it's like someone you said that cares, and
yeah,
you watch it like cuz
Yeah.
you mentioned. We look at boxers like Marvin Hagler, right? Now, is he going to get mentioned in a lot of GOAT conversations? No. He'll be up there, but no one is say, you'll hear Ali, you'll hear Tyson, you'll hear Floyd, you'll hear Duran, and even Sugar Ray sometimes before you hear Marvin Hagler. But when people bring Marvin Hagler,
some dummies might say Canelo.
yeah,
But go ahead.
this guy, Canelo, this guy. But when you hear Marvin Hagler, his name carries such a clout. Like people will be like, "Whoa, you gonna hear a story?" Hey, look, man, hold up, let me tell you about Marvin Hagler. That dude was real. He raw.
Listen, he's in the middle of my top 10. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And it's your favorite boxer, right?
That's my favorite. That's the first boxer I ever liked.
Right.
So, mentioning when you mention Black Thought, he's gonna get that same respect. Like,
Exactly.
Cuz said, it's a reason we ain't heard some of my favorites on the track with that guy. Because my thing is, do you want to take that risk?
Right. You know, Jay-Z's
No.
smart with his risks. He don't take a lot of risks. Jay-Z.
Listen, Jay did an unplug with the Roots, and he don't got a Black Thought feature.
Jay probably like, no, I'm straight, bro. I'm good.
And watch, and Black Thought ain't even throwing him under the bus. He was like, I was there, in case they needed me. Once I figured out they were gonna use me, I left so that the guys could do their thing because I still get the check.
Right. Exactly. And Black Thought real humble. You ain't never hear him talking about.
No, because I'm like
really
this, bro.
slaying there.
Now look, I'm a Jay fan. It's no different for me, and I'm not gonna disrespect Black Thought by using the reference of this player, but like we saw Kobe, we saw Gil give Kobe 60. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And as good as Kobe is, we hear that sometimes, and we like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
That was 60. I don't care how many shots he took.
And Kobe admitted it
beat
too.
You in overtime. You had 45. This guy had 60.
60.
And,
exactly.
And you even see the grief that Jay gets from Eminem. So knowing the level you have to do to not really get out rap, then you got to have the thing of if he send this verse, you can't redo it because then people go know that you did that. Right. It's like especially you want to try to tap into what you got to do.
Especially when you supposed to be one take Jay. Like that was the thing. Mm-hmm. So I think it was calculated. Like, nah, I ain't got time for that right now. Because even on if you listen to the y'all what's that on Eminem song with Black Thought, Royce, Hold on. I forgot who else on there. But anyway, if you listen, like Eminem changed his cadence and went all fast and started rhyming a bunch of names, but Black Thought's verse is different, dog. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all
look, I'm a Toby Nwigwe fan, and this in the peak of him probably doing some of his best music. Mm-hmm. And he did the feature with him, Royce the Black Thought, and Royce the 5'9", called Father Figure. And Toby had the first verse, it was dope. And then Black Thought did his thing. And Royce came behind Black Thought. And they both were so crazy, you don't know who had the better verse between the two. Mm-hmm. But it was like, Royce, you had to come as hard as you did because Black Thought
So
really did his thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. It's easy to become
Royce,
very not memorable on the track with him.
Yeah.
Royce was asked about Black Thought, and he said Tariq is the thorn in my side because I have yet to be able to out-rap him. So,
Wow. Dang.
so you
No,
know,
man,
and
like they went crazy, man. Like I'm listening to him, like, and
mhm,
Roy's verse was amazing. But like I
yeah,
said, it's just the cleanliness, the rawness. Like it's like, man, why you hitting us this hard? What did we do? Like he rapped like he still broke.
yeah,
That's crazy.
because he loved it.
Thank you. And if you would rap like you broke, and that means you just really love it.
Yes,
Right.
You would do this. And I remember, man, I always
they
think
on the
about
Tonight
Quentin.
Show. He ain't gotta
Yeah,
do nothing. He ain't gotta do no work.
no. Like I was thinking about your brother when we had first got our first checks when we was coaching at Harrison. And you know, that was decent money to us. He made about 4 racks. I made about 3 grand.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, shoot, this what's up. And he was
Yeah,
like, man, the crazy part is, bro, we would do this for free. And
yeah,
I said, I would. I
yeah.
have.
Done it
So
before.
the fact too, and another statement I made just to talk about Black Thought, but one of the guys' music I like is PJ Morton, Paul Morton's son, you know, Bishop Paul
Mhm.
Morton's son.
Yeah,
And he was just like, you know, he never got as big as certain artists, but he said he was able to put out the music he wanted to because he said just the security he had from
mhm,
he's in the Maroons 5 band.
yeah.
He's their keyboard player.
He played the
So he
keys.
said
Yeah.
the fact that I have security and I don't want for nothing, yes, I can give music my all and make the music I want. So, and this is a guy, like you said, Black Thought is paid well. It might not
Mhm.
be Drake, Jay-Z, or some of these guys or Kanye money, but it ain't to the fact that if when he rap, he got to put some BS out.
Right.
Same like these other guys, like even Killer Mike. He's been paid, you know, well for a while, and I mean,
Yeah,
been
he on a
making
lot of
good
these
money
lists
for a
too.
while.
I
And
seen him on he on a lot of top 50
Well,
lists that I
this
looked up.
album is this album made me write verses on my phone.
yes,
Put it-
probably
For real?
Yes.
Dang.
and we talked about it before though. Look, this is a guy pushing his 50s, and for him to so-called possibly have album of the year, you know what I'm saying? Like that's insane. That's amazing. A lot of like that's someone that loves the art. Because there's some guys like we've seen Snoop Dogg put some BS out over the years, but this guy not really selling his soul, you know, for figurative language, figure of speech,
Yeah.
hyperbole. Someone that's still just putting they all into the music. That's dope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I'm gonna tell you. This is how I knew the album was gonna be dope. I played the first one. I was like, this is crazy. And then the second song is Shed Tears, and I listened to that like 5 or 6 times in a row before I got to the next song. I was like, oh,
Dang.
this that type of album.
Yeah, Killer Mike
Because I
is
was like, no, I gotta
good, man.
rewind that, and I just kept playing. I was like, dog, I'm catching all kind of extra bars, little this and that patterns. I was like, dog, he is going crazy. And then I was like, hold on, the ad libs is crazy. I was listening to the background. I was like, dog, he put this together.
Even the album cover made me want to listen to it because it got the like a kid picture, right? So
Yeah.
that's like that made me think of Illmatic, Ready to Die. It's a couple other albums that I don't
My
think I ever seen no
homeboy,
weak album with the baby picture on it.
bro, yeah, it's like one of them things, right? So it ain't no skips. I ain't seen no skips. I ain't skipped nothing.
Yeah, they was mad at so they said Elliot Wilson said that I know you probably don't give a damn about what Elliot Wilson said, but he
No,
told me yeah, Gunna had the best album. I guess he didn't hear Killer Mike album yet. But
listen, if that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. As long as your other response is that Killer Mike album ain't good or it ain't great or it ain't a classic, as long as you don't say that, you could prefer something else. That's cool.
okay, right.
I think
That's when I
what it
prefer that then.
is there's a certain underdog aspect now that I think Gunna has attained, and there is certain media that I think that wants him to do well. Like, you know, you
Yep.
got some trolls, and then you do got some people in hip hop
Mm-hmm.
who may think he's a snitch. and they're gonna try to use that to blackball him or not put him where he needs to be. But the fact that some people do think it is a good album, and if you get on that wave of branding him as, you know, a hero, this comeback story, it's incentive and his money in that too, and his popularity in that. But if we being real, Gunner, what he did was cool, but it's not better than Killer Mike. And Gunner got some respect. Like Joe Budden gave his album his credit. You get what I'm saying? It's not people